off for the third game of this 3-game series between the Wenatchee Wolves and the West Coast Renegades. First face-off goes to the West Coast. Now it's back into the neutral zone. Going to be pushed into the Wenatchee end by West Coast. There to settle it is Bovee. As Wenatchee trying to get the breakout. Pass goes behind the net to Measle. Measle sends it up. Finds Alonso. Alonso with a good pass to Foss as he comes into the zone. Sends a great pass across. Can't handle it. Is Williams, and West Coast is going to put it into the neutral zone, go the other way. Good steal there by Williams. Beliveau trying to get to it. Trips up a little bit. Still gets back to the puck. Now back in the neutral zone. Goes West Coast. Measle with the contact. No call on the play. Looks like West Coast has got a slightly injured player. He's up now as Wenatchee goes into the zone, and Trevor Childers puts one up towards the net. Can't quite get the angle on it, and it goes back into the left side. Childers with a move into the corner on the battle there. Out with it comes Wenatchee. Sends it back to Lindberg. Lindberg off the skate and into the corner. Childers still there, puts it behind the net, finds Flynn. Flynn sends it towards the defense, gets to Fritz. Fritz centers it up. Shot goes left, a little bit wide left, and picks it up is Flynn. Flynn trying to find Childers. And good play there by Wenatchee, and Fritz puts one in with 15:35 left in the first period. So call that one. Fritz with the pass coming from Lindberg, I believe, and before that would have been Flynn. I'm going to guess that is the order for the assist, but definitively it is Fritz with the goal to put Wenatchee up by 1 early in this contest. Puck goes down, goes back to West Coast. Sending it in is Thiefault for West Coast. Goes in behind the net. Hodgson there in the battle behind the net. And out with it comes West Coast out into the slot. Just can't make the connection on a good pass was West Coast. And now a battle into the neutral zone picked up by Measle. Measle skates in with the shot blocked off to the left by West Coast. Now back in the corner, and a big hit by Measle as West Coast comes out and takes it into the neutral zone. Hodgson on the defense. Shot taken off his skate and then pushed off to the left by Bovee as Wenatchee sends it deep. Picked up there by Bisson from West Coast, as I'm reading the name off of his jersey. Sends it back over towards Foss. Foss takes it, gives it to Fritz. And Fritz going to give it right back to Foss. Foss skates it to mid-ice, sends it in deep. Wenatchee on the chase. Markham's going to be there, and he's going to come up initially with the puck, but it goes back into the corner. Battle there. Forsberg trying to make something happen on the forecheck as West Coast is skating it out. Lifted up into the neutral zone. In front, shot goes up over the net and to the right side. Pushed back in deep. Foss there makes the touch. Little bit of a battle on the right board. Sent in towards the corner by West Coast. Schuckman gets it around behind the net, gets it up towards Fritz. Or that might be Mueller. Nope, it's Fritz as it goes down deep. And I'm going to make an announcement here right now that I will have to check to see if Koa Mueller's here, because I may have been mistaking his number for Fritz the whole game, last game, because I sure haven't seen Cohen, and I'm going to check to see if he's here today, because it just made me wonder, as he's number 8 and Fritz is number 6. So let's see, as a good play there by Alonso as he steps up, steals the pass and makes the shot, goes off to the left. And now through the neutral zone, it's going to go West Coast. Good defense there by Hodgson as he gets it back in the neutral zone. Alonso with an opportunity as he goes down the right side. Puck up on the board. Out with it comes West Coast. Good back check there by Williams. And Lindberg's able to make the contact, and we're going to send it back into the West Coast end. West Coast goes behind their own net. Again, on the forecheck. That's going to be Alonso, touched by Williams, but still gets to the West Coast man, and a shot's taken and gloved by Bovee, but he puts it right down for Measle. In now is Flynn. He carries it across, gets through the contact, now in the slot. Shot taken, just pushed off to the left by the West Coast goalie, and now we're on the right side at the board and behind the net. West Coast trying to break it out. Pass goes in front. Should have taken the shot there, Williams, but he was trying to make a pass. And Wenatchee's a little offsides as the shot goes long. West Coast in the Wenatchee end. Wenatchee quick to get it back into the neutral zone. Now an opportunity for West Coast, turned away. Oh, and a good stop by Bovey as the puck goes behind the net. Flynn with an opportunity as he steals the puck. 1-on-2, he's got Markham trailing. Makes a move, good pass to Markham, and it goes back around. A great stop by the West Coast goalie as Markham made a great backhanded shot off a nice pass from Flynn. And another chance there as Childers takes a shot, it's wide left. Kept in by Lindbergh at the blue line. Shot taken, it bounces off a couple players, heads over to the right side. Foss is gonna get there. Drops in deep. Markham's trying to find someone, but Wenatchee's going for the change, and the only person there is a West Coast player. Coming in deep, picked up by Kathy, and comes back on the give and go just into Kathy's skates, and West Coast is gonna pick it up. That's Steve Fault with the shot, and picked up by Bovey to draw the whistle. 11:08 left in the first period. 1-0 is the score in favor of the Wolves. Ball with the faceoff goes back to West Coast. Shot tipped up, kept out in front, picked up. Good play by Kathy. Nice backhanded pass, finds Hennessy. Hennessy's battling through, and West Coast sends it behind the net. Long pass goes through everybody. Icing is the call, and with 10:42 left in the first period, we're going to go back to the West Coast end. Making a little adjustment here. And on the face-off, Schuckman takes it, goes back to Wenatchee. Hodgson with the shot, wide left. Trickles back towards the blue line. Good back check there by Forsberg as it goes into the Wenatchee end. Hodgson's gonna bid it, puts it off the board behind the net. And kept in by West Coast. Big hit by Hodgson behind the net as he puts a West Coast player on the ice, and Forsberg's gonna get it at mid-ice. Steps across the line, takes a look, pins it over towards Schuckman. Puck's in the slot, taken by West Coast, and goes back the other way. And we'll get the whistle as the net goes off the post. See if there's any call on the play, and there is not, and we'll have a face-off in the Wenatchee end with 9:40 to play. Take that back, we're gonna go to the neutral zone on this one. 9:40 left to play in the first period. Fritz with the puck, gives it up to Hennessy. Hennessy shooting it, but deflected into the West Coast. West Coast puts it off the board, sends it to the neutral zone. Foss is giving chase. He steps up, grabs the puck, slides in behind the net, leaves it there, and the pass is supposed to go towards Williams, but they can't make the connection, and West Coast is going to take it in the neutral zone. Alonso's there, also is Fritz. Carrying it out is Alonso. Little contact, he goes to the ice. Beliveau now, as West Coast sends it back the other way. Alonso with the puck. Splits them in, but can't get the puck through with him, and it goes back the other way. Nice backhanded shot from the slot. Goes wide right. Wenatchee's going to take control. Beliveau with it. He steps across the blue line, sends it in deep behind the net. Lindbergh steps back to his defensive position as West Coast is going to go the other way. Measle trying to get it to Childers. Childers can't grab hold of it. West Coast is going to get it in their end, off of Childers' leg. Markham comes in, steps across, sends it all the way over towards a shooting Measle. Measle from his defensive slots. Childers with it, sends it towards the defense. Markham's there. Markham with the shot, goes off a West Coast player. Through the neutral zone into the Wenatchee end. Measle stepping up off the board towards Flynn as Markham's going to take it at the circle. Flynn with it. Makes a move all the way across as Hennessy was trying to come in. Hennessy now behind the net, sends it out front. Great pass by Hennessy. Shot taken off the leg pads and to the right on a good play by Hennessy. Battle up on the boards. Out with it comes West Coast, but a good defensive play there on the line by Fritz, I believe. And that's correct. As he sends it over to Hodgson. Hodgson steps up. Top of the circle, shot taken, wide right. Comes all the way back, held in there by Ball, and then taken initially by West Coast. And now Wenatchee will have it at the blue line, and they'll go on the offensive. As Cathy's going to take a shot. This one's off the right shoulder or left shoulder of the goalie. Sends it back to the left side. Shot taken, pushed off to the left and out of play by Bovey, and we'll have a face-off. 6:42 left in the first period as Wenatchee holds on to a 1-0 lead here in Provo, Utah. Puck goes up towards the board. West Coast is going to come up with it. Moving with it, Schuckman. He pushes it up to Ball. Ball's going to skate it past mid-ice. Has Forsberg, and a big trip on Forsberg at the blue line. Not called. As the puck comes through, Foss with the hit. Schuckman with the puck. Poked away by West Coast as it goes back through the neutral zone. Mid-ice. Sent deep off the stick of Bovey and to the left side. Wenatchee moving it now behind the net. Sends it out to Forsberg. Forsberg skates up. Now he's going to skate past the defense and move in through the blue line. Measle keeping it in, puts it behind the net. There to get it to West Coast. Forsberg with a good separation on the puck. Keeps it in, now he's going to get it back. Steps across, shot taken right into the midsection chest protector of the West Coast goalie, and we'll draw a whistle. 5:33 to play in the first period. Face-off goes back towards West Coast. They send it in behind the net. There to pick it up is Beliveau. Battle up against the board. Out with it comes Beliveau. Looking across, Measle steps up from the defensive spot, takes a shot wide left, or should be wide right, as Beliveau is going to get to that corner, pushes it back, stepping up is Williams, and he gives it back to Measle. Measle sends it over to Fritz. Fritz is going to look at it, takes a shot, but is blocked by West Coast and sent into the neutral zone. Measle trying to get to it, but West Coast is going to get control, but then there's a good play by Fritz to push it back, and we're going to have a penalty on the play. Let's see what it is. It's going to be a slash on number 88 for West Coast. So first penalty of the game is going to go to West Coast on the slashing. Wenatchee will be on the power play with 4:51 to play in the first period. Wrong box. Markham in on the faceoff for the power play. Goes back to Measle. Measle sends it over to Foss. Foss is going to move up. Takes a look, gets to Childers. Childers puts it over to Markham. Markham crosses in. Settles the puck. Finds the opening. Sets up the power play. As Measle's got it, sends it to Foss. Foss goes over, finds Markham. Back over to Foss. Deflected off to the right, picked up by Measle. Measle sends it behind the net. There's Flynn. Flynn steps over to the other side, trying to find some room. And West Coast is able to get the puck over into the Wenatchee end. Deflected by Bovey, sent over to the right. Flynn with it. As he carries it into the West Coast end. Shot taken. Right off the chest protector again by Poyer. I believe that's Poyer. Is the goalie for West Coast. Puck goes all the way back to the Wenatchee end. 57 seconds left in the power play. As Alonso's going to grab it, sends it looking for Lindbergh, but he's not there, and West Coast is going to get an opportunity to put some more time off that penalty clock as Lindbergh carries it from behind the net. Pass it towards Beliveau, hit from behind. As Alonso's going to hold it. Pass is intercepted by West Coast. And the shot is right into the glove of Bovey as he makes a good stop on the breakaway. .308 left to play in the first period and 17 seconds on the power play clock for the Wenatchee Wolves. Puck goes off into the right corner, but there to get it is West Coast. Ball can't quite get the handle on it, and West Coast is going to go the other way. Now with it is Hodgson. Hodgson makes a move. Skates it past mid-ice and sends it in deep, giving Chase his ball. Ball's going to get behind the net. Out with the puck comes Hennessy. Hennessy turns around trying to find an opening, gives it back to Ball. Ball goes over in the left-hand corner. Gets it out to Foss. Foss dumps one in, and it's redirected on a great play. Let me see who that is. By Hennessy. Hennessy with a great redirect of a Foss shot. Puts it in on the backhand behind him. 2:25 left in the first period. As the Wenatchee Wolves take a 2-0 lead over the West Coast Renegades. Beautiful play by Hennessy as he redirects that Foss shot into the net for the second goal of the game. Schuckman's faceoff goes back towards West Coast. West Coast retreats in their end. They're going to move it out. Dumps it into the neutral zone. Stolen there by Fritz. And Wenatchee's going to have control. Foss with the puck, retreating in his end. Goes back again towards Fritz. Fritz gives it up to Forsberg on a good pass. Forsberg pushed down from behind, and we're going to get a penalty on that. And Kenny Theophilt's going to go into the penalty box on the play. As another little chippy shot from West Coast after the whistle as he hit his number 7, slashes Shuckman as they're leaving the ice. A lot of talking going on as Wenatchee goes back on the power play. 2:02 left in the first period as Wenatchee will have an opportunity to extend this lead on the Theophalt penalty with 2:02 to play in the first period. Faceoff goes back towards Flynn. Flynn kicks it towards Markham. Markham steps up in the circle. Markham with the shot off the shoulder, sitting out in front. Childers dives for it, almost gets it. A good stop on the falling play by the West Coast goalie Poyer. 1:45 left in the first period as Wenatchee comes from behind their net. Fritz sends it long towards Markham. Markham steps up towards mid-ice and crosses the blue line. He sends it in deep. West Coast's first one to get there, and they're going to send it right back to the other end. Go get it, Trevor. Trevor touches it, sends it over to Flynn. Flynn stops into the circle. Markham's going to get there. Sends it out towards the right side. Foss is there. Fritz with the shot high up on the net. Foss comes in to get it. Sends it back out to Fritz. Deflected shot goes to the back. Foss trying to get to it, can't quite make it. And it's deflected towards the blue line where Fritz takes the shot. Covered by Poyer. Has more contact after the whistle. Face-off goes back to Wenatchee. Measle with the shot, deflected off to the left by Poyer. Comes to blue line, Hodgson gets it, sends it back over to Measle. Measle steps up, puts it through the slot. Ball's going to get it on the left side and sends it back to Hodgson. Hodgson looking, drops it into the middle, back over to the top of the circle. Shot taken, deflected up over the net by Poyer. Measle back to the net, gives it to Hennessy. Hennessy out in front to ball. Ball looks. Measle's shot is blocked into the netting. And that's not Poyer. That's Nowicki is what it looks like is the goalie. I apologize for calling you Poyer the whole game. Ball's face off. Goes back to Wenatchee. Measle with it. Gets it to Hodgson. Hodgson steps the circle. Misses his shot. Puts it back in towards the corner. Now back to Hodgson. Hodgson goes over to Measle. Measle steps back to Hodgson again. Shot taken. Deflected out in front. And it goes in! So the scoring will go Measle to Hodgson to Hennessy with his second goal of the game with 1 second left in the power play to make this 3-0. 2.9 seconds left in the period. Wenatchee with the early 3-goal lead in this contest. Hennessy with the second goal of the game off the Measle to Hodgson to Hennessy goal. And the face-off will come out quickly, just set down, and will be at an intermission between the first and second periods. Score is 3-0 in favor of the Wenatchee Wolves.
poster for the new movie, Slapshot 3. I'm here to scout the Wenatchee or the West Coast Renegades. I need all their numbers.
And start of the second period comes off with a Wenatchee face-off as Flynn carries it through into the West Coast end. Now goes to Childers, who steps up, takes a look, and goes to take a shot, deflected a little bit off to the left, and he's going to chase it down on the right board. Good back check by Childers as he keeps it in for a second, trickles out to the neutral zone. Flynn carries it back in. He's got Markham in front of him. Now Markham with the puck. Puck deflected off over to the left, picked up by West Coast. Good forecheck by Wenatchee as Markham comes in and puts the pressure on. West Coast carries it into the Wenatchee end. Now behind the net. Measle on the defense, goes out in front of the net over to the left side. Foss is going to be there. Behind the net towards Measle. Measle chases it down and gives it back to Foss. Foss loses control. Wenatchee gets it out to Alonso. Alonso on the left side, skates it up and goes out to West Coast. I guess Alonso must not have gotten that. I couldn't see where the puck was as they send it right back into the Wenatchee end. Flynn with it, skates past mid-ice, dumps it into the West Coast side. Alonso's there to get to it. Skates around on the right corner, sends it in behind the net, a little bit past Williams, and Lindbergh will come up to bring it into the zone. Pushed away by West Coast goalie as it goes past mid-ice, and they send it into the Wenatchee end. Alonso on the left, top of the circle, shot taken, wide right, and back into the neutral zone. Fritz will have to be there to pick it up. Fritzy sends it out to Ball. Ball gets it out to Cathy. Cathy sends across on a good thought by Cathy as he saw Ball coming in. I believe it was Ball coming in. Might have been Hennessy coming in on the left side and tries to get it to him. Wenatchee now on another attempt as Ball carries it into the West Coast end, sends it behind the net, and then goes and picks it up himself. Pushed away by West Coast on the left board. They're going to skate it past mid-ice, and a big hit by Measle at the blue line. Shot taken from the left side right into the glove of Bovey, and he's going to make another stop. So Wenatchee is a 3-goal leader in this contest with 14:21 to play in the second period. Face-off goes in behind the net. Forsberg sends it to Measle. Measle's trying to move it out. Picked up by West Coast. And stolen there by Hodgson. Hodgson gives it up to Alonso. Alonso's going to move past into the slot, trying to get an opening. Still has stick on the puck as he goes down on the ice. West Coast going back the other direction. Shot taken, pushed off to the right by Bovey and into the blue line. Oh, and a good leg pad save by Bovey as it goes off to the right side. Measle there on the defense as West Coast is going to send it out to the defenseman. Forsberg with the puck, turns around, 2 men on him, is able to get it towards Schuckman, but can't quite get it out of the zone. Alonso sends it over, looking for Schuckman. Schuckman can't come up with it, and West Coast is going to send it into the Wenatchee end. Bovey comes in, he tries to settle the puck, doesn't have anyone to give it to, so he just puts his glove over the top and draws the whistle. Markham in for the faceoff. 13-13 left in the second period. And Markham's going to get waved out of the circle. In to take the faceoff will be Flynn. Goes out to West Coast. They send it out to the defense. Shot taken, deflected off to the right by Bovey. And at the circle, carried into the neutral zone. Childers on the forecheck. They send it in, but it's going to go right to Lindbergh. And Wenatchee stays spread out. Lindbergh trying to find an opening. Good forecheck by West Coast. As Foss is going to skate with it. Sends it to Childers. Childers has it. Tries to make a move. Poke check down into the corner. Markham now behind. Puck comes out. Back to Markham. Childers trying to come out. Finds Flynn. And a good play there by number 12 by West Coast. Stops the shot by Flynn when he had a great opportunity from the right slot. Markham with it behind the net. As West Coast gets it out, and they're going to send it all the way down, and Bovey waits for the icing, and he's going to get it. 12-17 left in the second period. 3-0 is the score. Wenatchee with the lead. Williams faceoff goes back to the Wenatchee end. Shot is put up by Fritz, deflected up into the netting, and we'll do this one more time in the West Coast end. Faceoff this time goes to Wenatchee. Beliveau with a good shot just off the mark as it's tipped up above the net by the West Coast goalie. Pass into the neutral zone, touched, and goes into the West Coast end. And not touched past the red line at mid-ice, so we're going to have the icing, and we'll have a face-off on the Wenatchee side. Williams faceoff goes back towards the board, picked up by Measle behind the net. He sends it out towards Beliveau. Beliveau with a good pass towards Alonso and in deep. Alonso there with the battle. Out with it comes West Coast, goes right off Alonso on the pass, trying to get off the board. Shot taken by Williams, and it's tipped up over the net. Long pass by West Coast, just getting it out of there. They draw the icing and go for the change. Ball with the face-off goes back to West Coast. Foss with it, deflected back to the left side, out to the slot, picked up by West Coast, but a good play there by Hennessy, slows down the movement of West Coast. Oh, good play. As Bovey thought he had the puck. and it was out in front. And Bovey does not like the fact that Kenny Theophalt was in there doing something in the crease, and he takes issue with it. And I think Kenny Theophalt got kicked out of the game again. Nope. He's going to the box for a second penalty of the game. So 2 penalties on the board for West Coast, 1 for Wenatchee, as Hodgson's going to go to the bench, go to the box as well. So I believe they'll all be roughing penalties, and it'll be 5-on-4 with the man advantage going to the Wenatchee Wolves. West Coast coach wants to talk to the referees, so we'll have probably another 2 to 3 minutes before we get to go back into play. Still in discussions with the coaches. $11-11 left in the second period as we sort this out. And we'll have a 5-on-4 now that we're going to start back to play. Face off by ball, goes back to West Coast. They send it into the Wenatchee end, picked up by Foss. Foss puts it behind the net. Fritz is going to grab it from there. He's going to skate out with it. Sends it up towards ball. Ball skates to the neutral zone and into the West Coast end. In behind the net as he skates all the way around and gets it out to the blue line where Fritz is sitting there waiting for it. Now back to top of the circle. Ball with the shot goes out in front. Wenatchee can't get to the rebound, and West Coast does a good job of sending it back into the Wenatchee end. 1:25 left in the power play for the Wolves. Puck goes all the way through and runs to the other end of the ice, and there'll be an icing call with 10:26 left to play and 1:15 on the penalty. Markham in now for the face-off. Puck comes down, picked up by Lindbergh. Takes a look behind the net, comes out towards Measle. Measle skates up, sends a long one, deflected. He's looking for Childers. And settling it in behind the net will be Lindbergh. He skates out with it. And once again, West Coast turns Wenatchee away. Childers now with it. He skates it in. Waiting for him to get onside. Flynn, deflected shot. Childers in front, and he just misses one off to the right side. Measle with it, sends it to Childers. Childers with the shot. And when that West Coast goalie stands up, puts the glove on it, and we'll get the whistle at 9:36 in the second period. 25 seconds left on the power play for the Wolves. And the score is 3-0 in their favor. Markham with the face-off. Taken by Wenatchee. Childers can't get hold of it, and West Coast is going to send it down the other end. Foss with the puck, drops it towards Markham. Markham sends it up into Flynn. Flynn crosses. Flynn sends it to Childers. Childers with the shot and a pass. And we'll get the whistle. I couldn't see where the puck was, but that was a good play by Wenatchee. We'll be back to 5-on-5 when we start again. Oh, take that back. We're going to send two people to the box. We're going to get Markham and number 55, Regary from West Coast are going to both go in the box. They'll be offsetting. I believe we'll be 5-on-5. Little contact out in front of the net at the whistle, and that's going to send two players, one from each team, into the penalty box. Forsberg's also going to go into the box. And I'm not sure what for. I don't even think he was on the ice when that happened. We don't put anything on the board, so all I can think of is that Markham's going off on a 2 and a 10. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. I can't make heads or tails of what we got here. They pulled one of the penalties off the board, but the player's still in the box for West Coast. Wenatchee's got two players, only one penalty's on the board. Wenatchee's played four-person hockey, so it's 4-on-5, so Wenatchee's in the penalty kill. As the long pass from Wenatchee goes up to the West Coast goalie. He covers it and draws the whistle. 8:52 to play in the second period. We'll see if Markham comes out at the end of this penalty or if he's going to be in for 10. Flynn comes in to do the face-off duties. Comes out towards the neutral zone. Measle's there. He sends it in deep. Back into the corner. As West Coast brings it into the Wenatchee end. Shot deflected up over the net by West Coast, goes to the left side. Blue line, that's default. Now top of the circle, into the glove and out of Bovey, but to the left side. Now puck went out of play and trickles off to the right side, and we'll have a whistle. 1:13 left in the power play for West Coast. Face-off goes back to West Coast, goes to the top of the circle. Now back in front of the blue line, other circle. Redding with the pass, the blue line, shot taken off of Alonso's feet and back towards the blue line. Now right in the slot, good play there by Schuckman to push that puck away, and he gets a stick on it once more. Sent in deep. There to play, it's Alonso. Picked up by Foss, kept in by Redding. Shot taken. And the second shot taken, goes wide left. First one blocked by Bovey. Now into the corner. And Wenatchee's able to send it into the neutral zone where West Coast is going to have to reset. 30 seconds left on the power play. West Coast makes a miscue from behind the net. And that's default with the puck, and he skates it into the neutral zone and pushes it into the Wenatchee end. 10 seconds on the penalty. Puck taken by default at the blue line, sends it into the left side. Now back to Kenny. With the shot over the top of the net, goes back over to the other side. Stepping up is West Coast. They send it to the left corner. Fritz is there, Forsberg's there. Wenatchee's gonna come with the puck. Can't get it to the neutral zone. As it comes back into the West Coast end, and they're going to skate it through the neutral zone. Past mid-ice, sends it in deep, give chase, and go for a change. Wenatchee past the blue line, steps up, turns around, and we're going to have a penalty. As Cathy was trying to make a move, and he was drugged down. And I don't know what they're discussing over here. Once again, we are having a discussion. That's about the fifth one in these 3-game series. Each one of them takes about 10 minutes. Well, this time we're going to go a little quicker. I take that back. I'm trying. As we'll have a penalty. So West Coast is going to have a penalty. Wenatchee will be on the power play. Looking down, Markham is still in the box. He must have got the 10-minute penalty on that scuffle in front of the net. Puck goes out to Fritz. He sends a shot in a little wide left, comes back onto the right side. Foss comes over to pick it up. Sends it across, good pass. It just bounces over Williams' stick. Wrapped around the board, head towards the blue line. Picked up in the neutral zone by Fritz. He skates with it himself. And sends it out in front. No one's there to be able to get it. And West Coast will see if they can put some time off. Good play by Alonso. Keeps it in the neutral zone. So I lost the puck for a second as Fritz carries it in and puts a shot towards the goalie. who drops it down with his glove and draws the whistle. 1:09 left in the penalty, 5:33 left in the first period, or excuse me, in the second period. As Flynn comes out for the face-off, he's got Childers on one side, Hennessy on the other. Hodgson and Measle on defense. Puck goes in behind the net, picked up by West Coast, wrapped on the board, and out of play. Face off for Flynn, goes back to Measle. Measle steps up, sends it across, finds Hodgson. Hodgson right back to Measle. Back to Hodgson. He sends it to Childers. Childers goes over to Flynn. Flynn can't get the handle. Wrapped on the board and out to mid-ice and into the Wenatchee end where Hodgson's going to take control. Hodgson skates up, trying to get to Childers, deflected into the zone. Childers giving chase. And puck's going to go into the corner where Flynn's going to get it. He sends it back to Measle. Over to Childers. Childers looks. Into front, backhand. Good play. And a nice stop by the West Coast goalie as Childers gets into, I believe it was Flynn, and Flynn turns around on the backhand and just can't get it past the West Coast goalie. 4:50 left in the second period with 26 seconds left in the power play. Score is 3-0 in favor of the Wenatchee Wolves. As Markham comes out, it must have been a 5-minute penalty as Markham comes out and he's going to take the face-off. Goes back into the corner, pushed back towards Measle. Measle steps up. Shot is deflected off the leg pad of a West Coast player, and Measle has to run it down. 13 seconds left in the penalty. Markham moves forward, drops it in deep. Flynn's going to go after it. And puck goes into the right corner. Penalty's over, it's 5-on-5. As West Coast sends it in deep. Hodgson with it. Childers trying to get in deep, can't make the connection. And puts the puck off the glass. Measle gets it, sends it to Hodgson. Hodgson goes deep with it. And Wenatchee's going to go for the change. Markham's had a rest. He's going to stay in for a little bit longer. As puck goes into the Wenatchee end, picked up there by Lindberg. No one saw the pass coming. Lindberg's going to have to chase it down. Out in front of the net. There's Hennessy. Hennessy trying to get it out. Fritz with a backhanded pass gets it to Markham and can't get it out. Wenatchee's going to need to settle down here as they're a little bit off their mark as the shot comes in, goes all the way over to the left side. Oh, it almost put in by Lindberg as he tries to put a stick on the shot from the blue line at the point. And we've got some more contact in front of the net. So Lindberg on that shot from the point by West Coast puts his stick down, redirects it right back into Bovey, and just lucky that they didn't get an own goal there. And referee going back to the scorer's table. And it looks like Shuckman's going to go in and serve a penalty. I believe that's for Bovey, as Bovey came out of the crease and put his glove on a West Coast player after the whistle, and Shuckman goes to the box. It's best I can come up, well, that's what it is. They put the number 1 on the board, and Shuckman's going to serve it for him. So with 3:17 left in the second period, Wenatchee's going to be working a penalty kill once again. In to do the duties for the penalty kill, it's going to be Drake Flynn. And Ryland Markham will have Foss and Measle on defense, as referee's still talking to the coaches over at the bench. Referee skates back, and we get ready for play again. Puck goes down, slapped by Measle, back towards the blue line, kept in by West Coast. Back to the blue line, over towards the top of the circle. Back to the blue line, shots deflected over to the right and out in front. Another shot taken, and Bovey puts the glove on it and gets the stop. .301 to play in the second period with 1:44 on the power play, as we'll have a face-off in the right circle on the Wenatchee end. Markham in to do the duty. Comes back towards West Coast, and they're going to send it over towards the high slot. Dropped in at the blue line, deflected by a West Coast player to the left side. Foss is there, off the helmet of a West Coast player and back into their end. West Coast from behind their net. Flynn's waiting as they come over on the right side and cross mid-ice. Now on the Wenatchee end on the left side. Back into the corner. Top of the circle on the right, now back top of the circle left. Middle, shot taken, right out in front as Bovey knocks it down and puts it in front of the net. Now it's behind the net, and Measle sends it out. Alonso trying to get to the puck, can't quite do it. Might have been a little interference, but it's not called. As the puck now in the right corner, it missed at the blue line. 24 seconds left in the power play as Williams comes up, behind you, and gets the puck, sends it out to Alonso. Alonso with the shot, and it goes just wide left and can't quite get in the net. Good play by Wenatchee. Hood takes it across the blue line for West Coast, sends it back to the top of the circle. Redding with it, poked away, and Williams sends it to the other end, and that'll expire the penalty. 5-on-5 with 1:15 left in the second period. West Coast now behind their net. As the puck comes out in front, pushed away towards Alonso, and he gives it up right to Shuckman. Shuckman's going to skate past mid-ice, go into the West Coast end, takes the shot, and it's knocked off to the right side and behind the net. Hodgson keeps it in, lifts it up into the right corner, and out with it comes Forsberg. Forsberg makes a move, dumps it in, and almost got it in on the second attempt as it goes out in front once more on the shot by Alonso. West Coast sends it all the way down to the Wenatchee end and draws the icing. 33 seconds left in the period. We'll have a face-off in the West Coast end in the right circle. As ball steps in for the draw. Comes out to Cathy. Cathy sends it all the way over to the side. Shot taken right into the chest protector of the West Coast goalie. And we draw another whistle with 28 seconds left. Ball sets up on the left side this time. Goes back to Cathy. Cathy moves forward on a nice attempt, but loses the puck, and it's going to go back to the other end. Lindbergh's giving chase, 20 seconds in the period. Foss with it, back to Lindbergh. Lindbergh makes a move. Out to Kathy. Kathy gets it up to Ball. Ball's going to step across. He's got Hennessy. Shot taken right into the midsection and pushed back in behind the net. On the right corner, out with it's going to come West Coast. And that's another little altercation surrounding Mr. White, number 78, and it seems like he's full of them today. As we're going to take a break, as they're going to come out and clean the ice, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes to start the third period. As of now, Wenatchee with the 3-0 lead over the West Coast Renegades. And we start the third period with the face-off going towards West Coast. Heads up through mid-ice and back into the Wenatchee end. Measle there to play the defense. Comes into the right corner. Out to the point and lifted it into the left side by West Coast. Childers trying to get it, dumps it in the neutral zone. Markham there with a big hit. And we're going to get a penalty, and Markham's going to go back to the box. And I think they're discussing whether it's another 2 and a 10. 2 minutes for boarding. And a 10-minute misconduct is what it sounds like. So Markham's back in the box for 10 minutes. And Wenatchee will be shorthanded without Markham, in addition to playing 5-on-4. As Belleville goes in to serve the 2-minute penalty. And Flynn comes in for the faceoff, goes back towards Childers. Knocked into the neutral zone. Flynn on the forecheck with the pressure. Childers in here now to help. Childers on the forecheck. Childers with a good play as he puts the pressure on, and the puck goes back behind the net. Wenatchee gets it all back into the West Coast end. As West Coast trying to bring it through, gets it past mid-ice. Toss on the defense as West Coast comes all the way around. White with the puck, sends the shot off the blocker of Bovey and to the left side. Foss gets it in the slot, sends it all the way down to the other end quickly when that West Coast is going to come back the other way. Lindbergh sends it. And from behind the net, here comes West Coast. Theophalt with the puck. He skates it through mid-ice and into the Wenatchee end. Good play by Theophalt, but the puck goes over behind the net and all the way back to the other end. Hennessy with the defense, and he's going to get to the puck, take it from West Coast, sends it out towards Ball. Ball's going to put it into the corner. And Theophalt gets it, and he's going to head back to the Wenatchee end. Shot taken, wide left, and Bovey puts a stick on it, settles it behind the net. Hood keeps it in for West Coast and takes it to the top of the circle, trying to find an opening. She puts a shot in. Bovey sends it over to the right side. Lindbergh on the defense there, and West Coast is going to come out of the corner with it. Shot taken off of Bovey's helmet and up over above the net. Penalty's over for Wenatchee as Belleville comes in to make the play. He tabs the puck, takes it past mid-ice, sends it back in deep, and chases it down. West Coast again sends it in deep. Bovey puts it out towards Hodgson. Hodgson trying to get it out. West Coast takes control, sends it out in front of the net. Belleville with the puck again. Runs through some traffic, loses it over to the left side, and in to help out is Forsberg. After the battle, Forsberg's going to come in with it, gets it into the neutral zone, skates it forward to mid-ice, and it goes right back towards West Coast. Cathy with it, skates it all the way into the West Coast end. It's a good pass towards Forsberg. He can't do anything with it in the short amount of time that he had, and it was going to go back to the Wenatchee end. And we're going to get a tripping penalty against Schuckman. Wenatchee down shorthanded once again on the Schuckman tripping penalty. And West Coast is going to enter. You're going to have Flynn going up against Pond for West Coast. Flynn's going to win the face-off, sends it back into Fritz. Fritz puts it out front. Childers was on a run. He was going to try to make a breakaway, and just saving it is West Coast at the blue line, or Childers would have had a shot. Childers on the forecheck. He steps up to the blue line. He's going to retreat as West Coast goes in behind their net. West Coast in the Wenatchee end, back in the left corner. Puck goes in behind the net and out to the top of the circle. Over to the other side, back into the face-off circle, and retreating back to the point. Top of the circle, shot taken, and it goes in. Pretty shot by number 16, Nielsen, for West Coast, as it drops in just under the crossbar on the right side and in. So 12:25 left in the third period. West Coast gets their first goal of the game on the power play as Nielsen puts one in from the point. 3-1 is the score. 2-goal advantage for the Wenatchee Wolves. And Williams is going to go into the box. I'm not sure what for. And now the linesman's going to go over to, they're switching linesmen, so this lineman must have made a call. And we're going to have another conference. So the referee talks to Measle. Measle nods his head like he understands, is going to head to the bench, head back onto his defensive slot. And I still do not know what the call is. Wenatchee's got 5 players on the ice, but Williams and Markham are on the bench. I don't know how long Williams will be there. But Drake Flynn's going to take the face-off. He'll have Childers and Forsberg on his wings. Forsberg moves up, gets it into the zone. West Coast is going to take a good play by Forsberg as he comes back and gets the puck. Nice play by Oka. Childers takes over. He comes up with the puck, tries to send it across, can't get it through the West Coast players, and it goes back into the Wenatchee end. Goes out towards Childers. Childers pushes it up towards Flynn. Flynn skates it into the zone, and Childers picks it up. Gets it back to Forsberg. Forsberg can't control the pass. Little behind him from Childers, and it bounces up on the other direction. Nielsen moves forward. Off the blocker of Bovey and back into the neutral zone where West Coast is going to pick it up. They send it back into the Wenatchee end. Giving chase is Fritz. And he's going to push it along the right board towards Forsberg. Forsberg towards Flynn. Flynn gets it in the neutral zone. He cuts over on the left side and steps up. West Coast wraps it around behind the net. There to grab it. Fritz one-times it and heads towards Alonso, who was ready for the shot, but it lifted by the defense just over his stick. Behind the Wenatchee net, Fritz on the defense. Hodgson helping out as Hodgson puts one of the West Coast players into the board. Out in front, into the circle, out with it comes Shuckman. Shuckman's going to skate it past mid-ice and go on to the left side. Passing, good try through the slot. Backhand by Alonso on a nice play by Wenatchee. Turned away by the West Coast goalie. .10:42 left in the third period. 3-1 is the score. As Shuckman comes in to do the face-off duties. Puck goes down, back into the left corner, on and off the board towards the neutral zone, picked up there by Lindberg. Lindberg sends it to mid-ice and Beliveau comes over and finds his partner Shuckman, sent right back to him, and Shuckman's going to go for the long pass, touched by Alonso and sent in behind the net. At mid-ice, there is West Coast. They retreat now into the neutral zone one more time. Intercepted by Measle on a good play, and he takes it into the West Coast end. Up to Shuckman on the pass. Backward Alonso, backhanded, and off the leg pad of the West Coast goalie and sent off to the right. Back into the neutral zone. Fritz gets it, sends it to Measle. Measle skates forward and dumps it in. Defense for Wenatchee going for the change. West Coast with the shot, and Bovey sticks a glove up and captures that puck with 9:32 in the third period. Wenatchee with the 2-goal advantage in this third game of the 3-game contest. First game went to Wenatchee 3-2, second game went to the Renegades 5-3, and Wenatchee in the third game has the 2-goal advantage. Back into the right corner. Out with it comes Wenatchee. And there's a big hook on Cathy, but he's able to get the puck down into the right zone. West Coast into the Wenatchee end. Turned right around by the Wolves, and they're going to head the other direction. Long pass by West Coast, goes all the way behind the net and draws the icing, and at 8:57 to play in the third period, we're going to have a face-off in the West Coast end. Flynn with the face-off, drops it down, goes back towards West Coast. Forsberg on the forecheck, and kept in by Hodgson. Hodgson's shot is taken by West Coast. It goes into the mid-ice and now into the Wenatchee end. At the point, and behind the net. Measle with it, sends it up to Forsberg. Forsberg over to Hodgson. Hodgson at the top of the circle, shot taken, deflected off the blocker towards the left side. West Coast sends the puck off the glass over to the left side. Forsberg trying to dump it back in. West Coast sends it right into the neutral zone. Beliveau off his stick and into the left side. He's giving chase as West Coast sends it back into the neutral zone. West Coast trying to get it out. Misplay by the West Coast defense, and Wenatchee comes in at the circle. Alonso with the puck, sends it across the other side. Fritz has it now, and he sends it back in deep. Bounces towards Alonso. Alonso trying to get it back out, gives it up to West Coast. West Coast sends it in, back on the left side. Have the puck behind the Wenatchee net, drops it in again. Pond with it for West Coast, sends it up through the middle, and Bellevau's going to get there before a West Coast player can. Bellevaux sends it deep from mid-ice. No one there to pick it up for Wenatchee as they were on the change. Good back check by Bellevaux, takes the puck away from number 22, and he sends it back in the neutral zone. Hennessy's there to get it. He takes it in the West Coast end, trying to get around his man, and he gives chase behind the net into the right corner, and Wenatchee comes out with it as Cathy sends it into the left side. Ball's there. Up to the blue line where Foss kicks it back in. And it's lifted into the Wenatchee end. Measles there, puts it off the board, and it crosses in front of the net where Ball's going to have it. Ball sends it towards Hennessy, neutral zone. And the puck's lifted over towards Bovey. 6:05 to play in the third period. Shot by West Coast, put off the stick of Bovey over to the right side. Measle sends it over towards Foss. And Foss puts it in the neutral zone. Cathy's got it, he makes a move, comes through neutral ice, sends it up towards Flynn. Flynn steps over to the left side. Flynn's battling, trying to find an opening. Gets it towards Childers. Childers behind the net, and he moves through a hit and gets it back to Flynn. Flynn out in front towards Cathy. And now out to Hodgson. Hodgson to have to put his skate on it, and there's a little bit of a 2-on-1. Oh, a good play by Hodgson as he's able to just redirect it a little bit and slow down the 2-on-1. Hodgson now with it, turns around the other direction, sends the puck towards Cathy. Cathy skating up, takes the shot off the glove and wraps around, kept in by Lindberg. Now Forsberg coming up. He's got Childers behind him as he goes into the left corner. Childers with a good pass to Flynn, and Flynn takes a shot deflected off to the left. Into the neutral zone goes West Coast. Pond with the puck, and it's stick checked and get right back into West Coast, but the shot is up over the net. Off the glass into the neutral zone. Giving chase is Schuckman, and just outside of his reach on a good play by Schuckman. Puck goes in behind the net with the icing, and we'll have a face-off in the West Coast end with 4:06 to play. Out of the box comes Rylan Markham, and Wenatchee will have the Childers-Flynn-Markham line back together on the next rotation. Puck goes in behind the net. Alonso on the forecheck, but West Coast is able to get it out. Icing is the call. I was wanting to see if they were going to wave it off. They do not. And we'll go back to the West Coast end with 3:53. Shuckman on the faceoff, goes down into the left corner, taken behind the net by West Coast. And good forecheck again by Wenatchee, slows down the movement of the West Coast. Oh, and just a little bit of a play on number 55 for West Coast. I don't think it was intentional, but he catches the edge of the glass, and he's still back in it. He's not hurt. That was a close call on a play where you hit the glass on the side of the bench. Don't like to see that happen as Hodgson puts it back towards the West Coast end. And now West Coast coming into the Wenatchee side. Puck's deflected off towards the right. Now into the Wenatchee side, Hood with it. Shot taken wide left and goes all the way back to the West Coast side. 2:48 left to play in the third period as the puck comes out in front on a Hennessy to ball pass, and Wenatchee's going to control it as Kathy trying to get it to Lindbergh, can't make the connection, and Wenatchee's going to have to chase it. And Kenny Thiefalt's going to go back into the box. And I believe it's going to be on the tripping. And nope, they call it a cross check. I don't know if it'd be a cross check. It might have been a slew foot, but I didn't see a cross check on that side as Thiefalt for West Coast goes into the box. So with 2:33 left in the third period, Wenatchee will be on the power play, and they win the faceoff as Markham comes in. Long pass towards Flynn. Flynn trying to get to it, can't quite make the connection, and Nielsen for West Coast will take control. West Coast now back as they retreat, sends it deep. Fritz is going to have to give chase. Makes a move, skates up. Past mid-ice. And we're going to get the offsides as the puck had dropped down behind Fritz, and he let his skates go in front before the puck did. Williams comes out of the box, so Wenatchee's back to full strength as all their players are on the bench or on the ice. As Markham comes in for another faceoff, 2:06 left to play in the third period. Flynn's going to take the puck, makes a move to the right. Comes out to the point. Fritz with it, deflected in and over. Childers with it, takes a look, gets it over to Markham. Markham's looking, loses control of the puck for a second, and he's able to backhand it towards the goal. I don't know how he did that. Kept in by Measle. Measle sends it to Flynn. Flynn trying to get it back to Measle. Childers comes up and gets it to him for him. Shot by Measle, wide right. Childers is going to get it in the right corner. Now back to Measle. Measle with the shot and right into the glove on a good play by the West Coast goalie. 1:28 left in the third period with 56 seconds left on the power play as Wenatchee's holding on to a 3-1 lead in this contest. Timeout by West Coast, and we're going to take 1 minute as they decide how they're going to approach the final period or the final seconds of this game. And that's it for the timeout, as we'll step back into the West Coast end. Face-offs will be on the right circle. Got Markham coming in with Childers and Flynn, Foss and Measle on the fence for the start of this last minute 28 of the game. Face-off goes back towards Childers. He sends it to Measle. Measle with the shot, tipped by Flynn, but just wide left. Puck goes down to the neutral zone and behind the net, and there goes the goalie for West Coast. Wrapped around towards Flynn. Flynn's going to skate out with it, trying to get the pass, and taken by West Coast. Into the Wenatchee end. Measle's right there. He sends it over towards Foss. So they slow it down, get it towards Childers. Childers steps around, puts it up towards Flynn, and Childers keeps it in on a good play, and he's chasing it down. As he gets up there, puts a little pressure on as West Coast skates it into the neutral zone where it's picked up by Flynn. Flynn trying to get the shot. Wenatchee's offsides. They get back on. And West Coast is going to make a move. They got an opportunity as Wenatchee's going for the change. Theophalt comes out, and 30 seconds left. They're going to have 6-on-5 as they pulled the goalie off the blocker of Bovey into the left side as it comes into the blue line. Good pressure there by Alonso. And 13 seconds, missed shot by West Coast. Backhand comes in, Wenatchee, and that's ball. He just sends it up to Alonso, and Alonso with the shot, and it's wide left. 1 second left, and that's the end of the game. So we've got another scuffle out in front of the net. And when they separate, go back to their end. And Wenatchee takes this one 3-1 in the final contest of the 3-game series between the West Coast Renegades and the Wenatchee Wolves. Wenatchee is going to come away with 2 wins and 1 loss on this road trip in a hard-fought battle against the West Coast Renegades. As we go to center ice, there's a few Spokane boys talking to each other as West Coast has got Kenny Theobald, Isaac Hood, and Adam Redding. And Wenatchee's got Colby Hennessy, Trevor Childers, Jake Measle, and I think I'm missing a couple of players all from Spokane that grew up playing together. So a good series as Wenatchee's now going to hop in the bus and they're going to make the 12-hour trip. Well, excuse me, they're going to go to Twin Falls and then head back to Wenatchee. Everyone will get home probably mid-morning tomorrow on what's been a good trip for some good hockey in the state of Utah. We'll be signing off here from Provo with the victory for Wenatchee 3-1.